Hello and welcome to the Build with Bear Workshop. My name is Pat Bear. I'm here to build a Lego set and hang out with all of you. I'm throwing the Bear Cave, the Lego to the site, the emote in the chat. If you're currently a subscriber, you can reply with those emotes. If you're not a subscriber, you can say hi or use other people's emotes or continue to lurk in the shadows and not chat. It is Valentine's Day, and I'm here to build a bear on Build with Bear. Lashbrook's here. Hello, Lashbrook. That's right, folks. It finally happened. It's been a long time. I believe only on one other occasion have I built a bear on stream, and that was one of them like Gunpla bears. I built one of those, and now we're building a Lego bear, the Valentine's bear, which I'm very excited to put together. Usually around, let's say, 2 weeks before a holiday, I think, ooh, I should see if there's anything Lego related I can pick up. But this time around, I remembered in like December. So I've had this box. Oh, let me grab it. I've had this box here for a while. It's kind of banged up, unfortunately. Hey, Aristovan, welcome. But yeah, I've had this box for quite a bit. And I think I've run out of like Lego brickheads for like Halloween. I think we built all the Halloween ones we can. And Christmas, we did a big Christmas wreath, and then we can do the like candle version next year, which is fun. But yeah, Valentine's Day, I've done the bee before. We did a Valentine's Day bee, and I've done a giant heart. But now we're going to do the bear. And I think I might have finally found that's the last Valentine's one that I can think of. I'm not going to do the Easter bunny. At some point I could do the Easter bunny, and I think there's an Easter chick. But I don't feel like doing that. You know what I want to build is like a gingerbread house out of Lego. That would be fucking cool. I could also, I guess, at Christmas time build a gingerbread house, just like a regular one. I guess I could do that. Yeah, I don't know. I'm talking about holidays. So we're gonna work on the bear, and then when that finishes up, if there's time left in the stream, because I think there will be, we'll get started on the Helios Gundam, which I have to look up which these are. This is the combination of two. Well, it's like it's kind of the Gundam X, and kind of the Freedom Gundam, and kind of the Destiny Gundam. So it's like a big mishmash. Lord Crashion's here. Hey, Lord Crashion, and welcome. Yeah, the Helios is like kind of a Gundam X, and kind of a Freedom Gundam, and kind of a Destiny Gundam, like weapon-wise. But like, it also is, yeah, I don't know. It looks fine. It looks neat. It might be too similar to the Wing Sky Zero that we just built, but whatever. But yeah, that's next. We got to build Lego. We got to start with the Lego and do the thing. Tonight, topics of discussion. Update on my PC. Super Bowl ? I'm missing weird and random stuff because it has now been almost 2 full years since I've been in New York, and I'm starting to miss weird shit, so we'll talk about that. Valentine's Day, we'll talk about that. And also, a very specific YouTube that gets so many views that it went from being like, oh, that's neat, to this makes me mad. And it's not like, fuck this dude, I'm mad. It's more like, what? How is that possible? Like, incredulous about it. We'll talk about that. Again, straight up front, we'll get into it when I start talking about Jeff Gerling. I have no issues with Jeff Gerling at all, and Jeff Gerling's YouTube channel. It's just that it's so specific, but also very popular, and it baffles me. Baffled, I think, is the word, not necessarily like pissed off or frustrated, but like baffled. Anyway, I'm retweeting my tweet, and then we'll get into building, go to the overhead. Oh yeah, we're at 43 out of 50 subscribers. Love to get up to 50 if you're feeling generous, or if you'd like to renew your subscription or start a brand new one. Main, here we go. Overhead, good. Building, pretty much where I want to build, right here. So yeah, like right there. Great. Let's get going. We need 2 of these, and we need 1 of the. There's a lot of color to this kit. It's one of those kits that's going to have a lot of stuff that you won't see because it's on the inside. They love doing that. The Lego peoples love that. So we won't really see some of the cool, fun colors on the inside. We'll see plenty on the outside. Obviously, the outside is mostly brown, other like tan, other brown, and a little bit of red. So, plenty of that. All right, so we'll do that. That there, okay. We're already on step 2. I looked up that SD Gundam game that was on the Direct, and it's a new action RPG. So, yeah, I didn't think it was an old game. It's a new game. Yeah. I didn't do a lot of research on it because I don't really love the SD Gundams or the EX standards. I don't really love those. It does have, as I said before, it did have an Epion in there. So I was like, oh, all right. But yeah, that doesn't super, that wasn't like super like, oh, I got to get me a Switch so that I can play this SD Gundam game. Eventually, I will get a Switch, but also, I thought this year would be the year I got a Switch, and then I bought a new computer, so I'm probably not getting a Switch. Speaking of my computer, I think it's on everything anyway. Well, there you go, Lord Crash. Maybe I'll pick it up on PC. Supposedly, my computer has shipped. Now, has UPS updated? No. Does that mean that only the label got made and they haven't picked it up yet? Possibly. But at the very least, I can tell you about my computer is that it was boxed up, and then a label got printed, and then UPS was informed to pick it up. So hopefully tomorrow there will be an update from UPS, and with the tracking number will have updated, and I will know that it is on its way. It is coming from California, which is far away from where I currently am. So it would be reasonable to think that it's possible it won't arrive here on Thursday, which was the supposed day that it would arrive. Part of it is because I did purchase it over the weekend. So it, like Monday, hey, this is the thing, right? If I purchased this on a Wednesday, could have been even sent out on Wednesday. When you purchase over the weekend, they got to go through all the weekend orders. And so they went through all the weekend orders, and, UPS may have already come that day by the time, they created that label. So might not have got sent out yet. This is a fun little feature here. Look at this. The base of this is a heart. And it says, I love you. That's adorable. Like the base of this kit, it's going to be hidden. We won't even see this. We won't even see this on this, but we'll know. Y'all will know, and I'll know this whole time that we're building this, that the base of this says I love you in red. And there's this is like a custom part that I'm sure is in other things too. I'm sure it's in other things too. But like, that's adorable. Why is this in here? I don't know, but it is. I'm going to take a photo of it. Then the bear's butt goes on top of that. Well, grass goes on top of it, and then the butt. I'm going to take a photo of it, the hidden feature inside the base, because that's neat. Get my camera out here. Oh, and I got to build it in a place where we don't see the overhead light. Can I do that? Yeah, we can do it like that. Like that. Whatever. Time to make builds with a custom heart block. Indeed. John. Indeed. Also, hey, John, welcome. Yeah, this is just cute. That's a cute thing that's in here that, like, is an unnecessary weird thing that I'm happy to see. Anyway, so yeah, my new computer, I'm not expecting it on Thursday because it does have to cross the country. But I am hoping, and well, let's see now. Now we're at 6 o'clock, so let's see if it got updated. My guess is that UPS tracking won't get updated until tomorrow, but I can click on it. 6 o'clock West Coast is what I'm saying. Yeah, so USPS as of right now, they are saying that its delivery date will be provided as soon as possible. So can't say it's definitely on its way. But hopefully I'll have it by the end of the week, and then I can, use it this weekend. So yeah, the hope is that Saturday stream will be on my new computer, because I'm gonna have to do work. I've already done a bunch of that work of like I have an internal hard drive here that is traveled on several computers. A big friend that I have put most of the files that I will need for my new computer that's on this current computer, and then I'll update that as we go. And then I also made a list. I went through every program on this computer and wrote down every program that I use frequently and would want on my new computer, so that I can then download those programs. I was told about let's see. Yeah, so I just went and wrote everything down. I found supposedly a program that is free called Signal RGB that will allow me to control. Let me just there. That will allow me to control all the RGB, which would hopefully allow me to turn all of the RGB off, because I don't want to be using it at all, if possible. I would like to avoid using RGB wherever possible, or just make it like dim and white. So I'm excited about that. Okay, what do I need here? I need these. Here we go. Do you have an inaugural game to break it in with? I haven't thought about that, and John. It'll probably be Hearthstone, because that is the game I play the most. And tomorrow we're getting a mini set, so the meta will have changed a bit. So this week will be pretty fun, of like lots of different people playing the game, and people like coming back after a little bit of a break. So I probably will want to play Hearthstone this weekend. That's not like a sexy answer or whatever, but it's the true answer. But yeah, I'm excited to see how that runs. I don't know. I'll probably buy that game, or the model builder game that my CPU is below minimum specs of this one here, the one I'm using right now. I might end up picking that up just to see how it runs on the new machine. Maybe even like Mech Mechanic Simulator, that game that I don't think was good, but didn't run particularly great while I was streaming it. Maybe I'll like pop that open, see how that plays, see how she runs. All right, we got to do we're doing a checkerboard pattern here. I was about to say crisscross. That's not what this is. I wonder what Steam Workshop support is like. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I have done nothing about that game. Also, I'd love to turn up. You know what I would like to get, actually? That Fireworks game. I never even purchased it because I knew my computer, my current PC, there's no way it was going to be able to handle that big explosions game, whose name I can't remember off the top of my head. Is it Teardown? It might be Teardown. But I might pick that up, because, like I said, I don't have like are you going to keep with CPU encoding for streams, or switch over to NVENC? I think I'm going to keep up with CPU component, because I am going to have an i5 or i7. I'm using an i5 right now. I'm going to have an i7 and the 2060, and I think that's going to be still working out great for me. I mean, I haven't done the investigating. Somebody asked, am I going to put a capture card? Somebody asked, not in the stream, if I was going to put a capture card in this computer and make this like my streaming PC, and have the other one be like gaming. And no, I'm not going to be doing a 2-computer setup. I'm still going to be doing 1 computer. The computer I'm currently using right now will be beefed up a little bit and then sent out to a family member who will make very good use of it. She does not need a powerhouse, but this will be far better than her current setup, which is a laptop plugged into a monitor. So this will be far superior to that. There's Fireworks Mania. There's just setting off fireworks in various places. That is a good test of a new PC. Fireworks Mania sounds like something, yeah, I might want to investigate. That sounds pretty good. Uh, yeah, we can't shoot fireworks here. Enjoy them virtually. Yeah, I mean, I don't particularly want to shoot fireworks in real life, so that's probably a good trade off. Do you see that Cardboard Kings game where you run a game shop with Magic and Pokemon cards and such? Lord Crash said I heard about that, and a streamer I like who does Hearthstone content but occasionally does other variety. He's like testing the waters about variety. Was talking about that, and I have not checked it out, but I did hear about it. So I'm probably gonna investigate that. That seems like it might be fun. Cardboard Kings with a K. That might be a something to check out on stream. I don't know. I don't have an answer for you on that one. I think that Model Builder Sim game also just came out. Yeah, Lord Crashing did. That is I did mention that as something that I'm going to look into because the minimum CPU specs for that are below what I have are above what I have on this current machine, and I heard that they had to patch some optimization for the low end because they were running into people on last Tuesday being like, oh, wow, my computer runs bad. Because when you're a small team, you can only do so much testing of so many computers. So they were running some issues. Does not seem like Model Builder has Steam support, workshop support, Steam workshop support today, but also saw a trailer that they straight up have a kit of Hans Blaster. Yeah, so they're definitely like doing like some like lookalikes. And I'm sure they're also doing some parody or whatever. And then yeah, I don't know if they're going to do workshop support or not. But that game did look interesting, so it's something I might pick up. I did buy Paparazzi. I didn't get a code for Paparazzi. I did reach out about that. Did not get a code. Would have liked to have gotten a code for that, but that's okay. Paparazzi, speaking of which, I'll be playing Paparazzi on Wednesday, so I hope you come check that out. My Wednesday stream is going to be Paparazzi. Where we left off, for some reason I should have been able to unlock, but couldn't unlock the spaceship to go to the moon, the moon area. I wasn't able to do that. Turns out there's a thing you have to do which isn't listed, which is in one of the locations you switch to night mode and see the moon, and then you can then do it. They must assume that in the previous 2 hours that I had played, at some point I would have switched from day to night, but I didn't see that. So it wasn't listed as a requirement, but it is a requirement. So I found that out, and I was able to so now I can unlock that new area. I haven't been there yet, but I made sure I unlocked it. So we'll be going to that on Wednesday, and then checking out some night stuff. Yeah, I tried out some of the other areas at different times. The campground is fun at night. Yeah, Lord Crashington, I bet that's fun at night. I do want to check that out. So we'll be looking at that. Paparazzi's just chill and fun. We're a weird anthropomorphized camera taking photos of dogs and petting dogs, and it's pretty great and nice. And I'm looking forward to it. This base is pretty involved, so we're getting a lot of this base on here. Anyway, yeah, I'm excited about the new computer. I have thoughts, on that kind of stuff. Mostly, I'm excited about like not running into slowdown on my computer, things loading slow, the startup being nice and crisp, having not having like some game slowdown here and there on a few things. Very excited about not hitting the minimum requirements, question marks about certain games that I'll be playing. Hopefully not running into any issues with streaming games and like encoding it problems, and also doing local recording, because I still like doing local recording and I don't want to give that up if I can avoid it. We got to build a heart. We're going to build a cool heart here. All right, let's get all the pieces we need for this heart and then we'll build it. We need one red thing. Pop this back here. That there. That. We're going to need 2 of these. I did know this ahead of time because that is easier to do for me. 1 of these. 4 of these here. Yeah, so it's just by color. Easy to find the pieces that I need. Is a 200 and... I'm caught. Oh no, my hoodie's caught on the microphone stand. This is a 245 piece kit, so should be fair, a full stream, if not a little less than a full stream. Then 1x2. Got it. Let's see. Go through the other things we want to talk about tonight. Hey, yeah, I didn't watch the Super Bowl. I didn't watch the commercials. I watched some of the trailers after. That Doctor Strange, Sam Raimi, that's cool. That looked like I might want to watch that Doctor Strange movie. That, was like, okay, all right, yeah, okay. Yeah, all right. So that's my big takeaway from that. Luckily, I have not seen any of the crypto ads, the many crypto exchanges, not the currencies, the exchanges that have the money to have Super Bowl ads. Apparently, didn't watch any of those. Feel pretty good about that. I didn't know or had forgotten Sam Raimi was doing it. Yeah, Lastbrook, I didn't know either. I was just like, oh shit, yeah, all right, cool. Let's see. What was the? I made a joke on Twitter that was like, congratulations to people I did comedy with in 2016 for booking those commercials. I'm not watching the Super Bowl. I just assume. And there were like 3 people I know from that era, and one actually a little earlier than that. That did have Super Bowl ads. So I was like, well, okay. Oh, we're going to build 2 hearts. These 2 hearts are going to beat as 1, and they're going to go over here. They're very similar to this heart. We're going to build 3 heart. They're like heart balloons, basically, I guess, is what we're building here. But we'll need, yeah, we'll need, excuse me. Let's see. Anything else about the Superb Owl? Superb Owl is, here's the thing about Superb Owl. It's good. I think that's fun. It's not like Sports Ball, which has like kind of like, to me, it's just like, yeah, yeah, why would you like sports? Whatever. But I think that like Superb Owl is just like a fun misunderstanding. Also, I would love to see photos of or video of a superb owl. Yes, please show me your good owl photos. I think that'd be good. Yeah, sports ball thing is just elitist. Yeah, it is that thing. It's just like I like considering like calling some things what they are. Like you can look at fantasy sports as just like nerd poker. Also, like like some people call D&D nerd poker as well. But it is, to me, that's just like, yeah, like that is the nerdiest shit. That's just like, sure, you can call that, but that's not, to me, like, that's not making fun of people that are genuinely interested in watching sports. There's a great episode of What We Do in the Shadows where they think they're going to an owl party and are disappointed at it being football. Yes, and I think those are the kind of characters that would like genuinely not understand something, because part of the whole thing is them not understanding things because they're vampires and not quite getting it. So I think that works fine in that particular respect. But yeah. I would love to see, like I said, I'd love to see a cool owl. Show me some cool, superb owls. Let's see. I'm doing the quick hits before I get into the rant. Valentine's Day doesn't really mean much to me in general. I have had significant others on Valentine's Day. I have also been alone for more Valentine's Day than not. My only regrets are buying flowers for people that I was friends with. In general, it's weird it's, you know, and like to be like, yeah, I didn't have anyone to give a Valentine's to, like for flowers to. Like there are other occasions where I think flowers is like totally reasonable. I think that was particularly like, this is not, I shouldn't have been doing that. So those are my big like Valentine's regrets. I don't have any like big like embarrassing Valentine's like, I can't believe I did this. And I understand why no one is talking to me right now. I really fucked up on Valentine's Day. Like, I don't have anything like that. I don't have any like stories of, oh, I should have planned something and now my partner is sad because I didn't plan anything, or I accidentally have 2 dates on Valentine's Day. What am I gonna do? I don't have any of those fucking things. Um, did you see the Cricket promo on Twitter where they had Big E do cheesy Valentine's lines? No, but that sounds great. I'm sure Big E nailed it. Hey, we got a sub with Prime. Let's hit the applause here. Thank you so much. Levatronica with the 7 months. Thank you so much for using your Prime token on little old me. I'm throwing the Bear Cave Lego Scythe emote in the chat, and then when I finish that, Lashbrook does want me to hit the ska button, so I will hit the ska button, and we'll hear some ska. Here's some ska. While I update this. All right, and we are at 44 subscribers, trying to get to that big 50, and we're at 44 out of 50. Hell yeah, let's keep going with the model kit. We got to build these hearts, so let's build them hearts. Yeah, I don't have any, like I said, I don't have any, like, big, like, stories for Valentine's Day. It's just not a thing that, like, was ever, like, oh, no, what am I going to do? It's mostly just like, hey, do you have time for Valentine's Day this year? Do you want to do something like the night before? Yeah, let's go out to eat the night after Valentine's Day. I'll get a card and a gift. Okay, great. I will say this. I did have a girlfriend once. This was in 2000. 2000. It was the year 2000. And I was dating a girl, and we had only been dating for a few months, but her birthday was the day before Valentine's Day. And that was pressure. Not necessarily Valentine's, but like the unluckiness of getting a birthday so soon into a relationship. I was like, this is not, this could be bad. It turned out fine. I can't remember. I can't remember what we did. We like, I don't know, we hung out. I think I took her out to dinner. And I took her to a place that didn't card because she did like to drink but was under 21. And I was also under 21. It was the year 2000. Yeah. So I took her to a place that I knew didn't card so that she could get a beer on her birthday. I was 20 and she was turning 19. So yeah, we went to a place where I knew she could get the booze that she was looking for. And that was fine. That was like a fun enough birthday thing. And then like the next day, I think I like got her a rose at the deli and brought her a rose, and that was just like, hey, I can't, for the life of me, folks, can't tell you what I got for her birthday. I'm sure I got it at the Crossgate Mall, which is I don't know if it still is. At the time, it was a mall in Albany, New York, that was shaped like an X, and it was 2 stories, and it called it Cross Gates. It was a big X. I believe I took the bus from my campus to that mall, and oops, these are going to just fly all over the place. So I'm going to put this aside for now while we build. We got to build a bear, and then we're going to put the bear on here. So let's, before I keep knocking these over any more than I already have, place them where they're supposed to be, and then put this aside for a little bit, because I'm also talking with my hands, which I have been known to do. So we're just going to push this aside over here for now. Or like here, so you can see it. Yeah, that'll be good. Put it there. Oops. So yeah, these things fucking fall off. And I think that's my big Valentine stories. I don't have anything. Yeah, I don't have anything like embarrassing about Valentine's Day. None of that. I should say I joked about it. I've never. Okay, here you go. Here's something. I have had a. Oh no! I scheduled 2 dates in the same night. I have had that once. So, it was very much more innocuous than it would sound like. I'm setting up like a sitcom moment. It was not a sitcom moment. So here's the deal. I was doing a thing in the 10 years ago. So yeah, so I would have been in my early 30s. I was trying the dating apps. I did not know that I was demisexual at the time, or identified as demisexual. Did not have the understanding of that, but I did know that I didn't want to really use dating apps to just meet people and go on a date. I felt weird. I wanted to get to know people. I wanted to kind of have an understanding of who they were, because I did, at least, even if I didn't understand, what that meant for sure, I did know that I was like not looking for like a hookup or a casual encounter or anything like that. I was looking to like meet someone and see what was up and see if we had some sort of connection. That was very important to me. So a friend of mine has suggested, well, here's the thing you do. You go for a pre-date. You pick a place, you pick a short window, and you say, hey, I'm going to have a soda, you can have a drink, or you go to a place that has like snacks. There was a place I would go to that did like fancy French fries, pommes frites, and we went there and just had fries and talked. And then you go, and the thing that they had suggested, which I loved, was you pick it like an hour or 2 hours before you have to go to work, because that way you do have an out. So even if you're connecting and clicking, you're still like, yeah, I have somewhere to be. I got to go to work. So like, sorry. And it's that way. It's not open ended. And I started doing that. So I was doing that for a bit, and I fucked up. I scheduled 2 of them, not at the same time, but within. This is actually like I didn't have work. I was saying I had to go to work, because that was just when it worked out, when it was convenient. So I did have a thing where I was hanging out with somebody, and I was like, okay, shit, I just got a text message. In about 15 minutes, I have to go to a place that's very close to here and meet someone else. And it did cross my mind. Could I tell this person that I was hanging out with, who I was vibing with, hey, I'll be right back, go to that other place, just to make an appearance and then leave really early? But it was also 15 minutes. So I will say this. I never confirmed that day. I had confirmed like a couple days before, but I hadn't confirmed that day that we were going to hang out. And the person like did message me till 15 minutes going like, hey, I'll be there in 10. And I hadn't heard from them. So if I had known before right then, maybe I could have fixed it. So I did fuck up. They also weren't great about it. Anyway, what I ended up doing was just saying bluntly to the person that I was hanging out with, hey, so I have another thing I have to go do, and I hoped they didn't press me on it, and they didn't. And so then I left them with plans to maybe communicate about hanging out again, and hung out with the other person who we did not enjoy each other's company. They knew what my job was, that I worked in comedy, but they hated comedy. And so I did say, hey, I actually want to know this, because you didn't say that until we started hanging out. Why did you agree to do this? And she was like, well, if you were like awesome, then it would be worth it, and I would just hate what you do for a living. And I was like, oh, Oh, I would hate that. I would hate it if the person that I was dating didn't enjoy the concept of not only what I do for a living, but what I am pursuing with my life. Oh, I would hate that. Like, you don't have to like love the thing that I do, and you don't have to like get into the thing, but at the very least, you can't hate the thing that I do for a living. That is a hell of a thing, right? It did not work out with that particular person, as you could well guess. And I did wish that I had blown her off and continued to hang out with the other person, the first person that I had been dating, that I had gone on a pre-date with that night. And we did hang out for a while. We never officially dated, but the first person and I did hang out quite a bit because she was fucking cool. She was, I will say this, too cool for me. But she was very cool, and at the very least, thought it was neat that I like worked at a cool comedy place and like occasionally hung out with celebrities. Like, or the people I knew coming up were eventually go on to do cool comedy shit. Like, she at least thought that was neat, even if she wasn't like super interested in it. Um, but she was also looking for she was a looking for poly relationships, and I was not interested in that, and I'm still not necessarily interested in that now. For me, I don't know, a problem with, for those that live the poly life. I think the poly life for people, for some folks I know, is incredibly good and is exactly what those people should be doing. For me personally, especially at the time, wasn't interested in that. Not about like the like ownership or sharing or anything, but it is that thing of like, now I understand more about myself, and I understand that if it takes a lot for me to want to invest time and energy in someone to be in my life, and I'm probably just a little too fucking selfish about it. As you can see, we got a lot of color here. This is going to be inside the Baer. We won't see this at all. This is going to be in the Baer, so we won't see this cool shit here. You'll see the brown of it. Let's see. That did get me thinking about stuff I miss about New York. I do miss a lot of shit about New York City. I'm missing Shure 58 microphones, because there was talk about microphones on TechPod. Brad and Will made a TechPod. We're talking about microphones, and that got me missing the old Shure 58s, which is the standard beautiful microphone that you use when you are when you're doing speaking engagements or you're doing stand-up. It is a classic microphone, the Shure 58. It's durable, which is why it is such a classic, because it costs like $100, and you know, the mesh could get beat up, but the sound is still gonna be good because people like don't take proper care of that equipment, and it still holds up for a very long time. Yeah, it can take abuse. It is often a mic you will see at like I said, stand-up shows and rock venues that are like have like an inexpensive PA. It's not necessarily a great recording microphone, but it is lovely, and I do miss them, and I have a few, and they're in storage because it didn't make sense for me to take them here. There was no point in me taking them here. Why would I take a Shure 58 here? There's, you know, I don't have any need for it, but I do miss a bunch of like gear and such. I was thinking about some gear and some equipment that you know, my lights and such. There's some stuff, my green screen. There's some stuff that I'm like, oh, I wish I had that stuff here. I don't, but I wish I had it. All right, it's time to do this. Time to talk about it. I'm going to go on a bit of a rant here about how incredulous I am about a particular YouTube channel. Jeff Geerling, that's Geerling. Jeff Geerling has a YouTube channel dedicated to one thing and one thing only, and that is videos about Raspberry Pis and all the weird projects and things you can do with a Raspberry Pi. Occasionally he does some other stuff, but mostly it's that. And you're saying to yourself, Pat, that doesn't seem weird at all. But when I tell you that this person has tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of views on like, hey, here's a Raspberry Pi shell that has 8 USB 3.0 drives on it, and that has 100,000 views, that there was 208,000 views on a video about a Raspberry Pi Linux tablet. It is incredulous because I'm like, what the fuck? How are so many people watching these videos? How do so many people care about a guy whose only video content is Raspberry Pi? And then also, like, he got like Starlink for a little bit, the satellite-based thing. And I can understand those being big because only so many people have actually gotten Starlink. So I'm sure there's not a lot of content about that. But like, look, I got over 100 views on my Pat Bear's Anime Club Top 10 anime of 2021 list, which I'm very happy to get those numbers. It has been a while since I have had anything with that kind of numbers. You know, my 404 would do okay. The first couple of improvised postmortems did really well. You know, I got to get the Gerst back. If I can get the Gerst back, then then my numbers will jump up again. But you know, Jeff back on there. But you know, most of my stuff is like, if 30 people watch a thing, I'm pretty happy about that on YouTube. I haven't grown on YouTube in a long time. So to have like over 100 people watch a thing I made, I'm really like happy about that. And like, again, I am not trying to say that I am like mad at this dude for like being a success, but it is one of those things where I'm like, what? Like, I get like I'm doing nature, I'm doing cool builds, kind of like YouTube being very popular. That makes a lot of sense. But like the idea that there's a YouTuber out there who's doing just like, yeah, I like review weird Raspberry. I used a Raspberry Pi to control my lights for like Google Assist. And it's just like, so many people want to watch that. Hey, it's a bear butt. This bear's got a butt. There's the tail. That's a bear butt. That's a bear butt. Anyway, like I said, I don't think I'm mad. I'm trying not to be mad. Scandalous, indeed, last word. I'm trying not to be mad about this dude. Jeff seems fine. Seems totally fine. I don't have any reason to be like, fuck that dude or anything. But it is like, weird. I mean, good for him. Look, are his videos edited better than mine? Sure. I could spend a lot of time. Like, when I talk about anime on my anime club, I could have, like, video or more images, or I could really invest some time and energy in that instead of it just being so much of a talking head. But I'm not interested in doing that, so I haven't been doing that. Like, so I understand that I could be doing more than what I'm doing with that right now. But yeah, I don't know. It's a weird thing. Sometimes less is more. Yeah, I mean, like, you know, so I don't want to do over big productions. I like being most of the frame in some video stuff. Obviously not this. But I do like it for people to know that I am the person making the thing. Because I don't know, that's kind of how I came up in doing presentational work and video content, is to be like a big part of it. All right, so this is gonna go here. So I don't know. It was just very surprising to see that many views. Like, obviously, she's doing something right because I'm getting recommended his videos. And I do watch some tech YouTube. Like, I watch but most of the tech YouTube I watch are like, LGR, Lazy Game Reviews, or like Catheter Ray Dude, David Does Tech, like people that are like doing some interesting builds of stuff. So I can understand why I'm getting recommended the Pi guy, even though I have no interest in, like, I have a Pi, I have a Raspberry Pi 3 that I bought, and because you may remember that I got it and then have the fake NES case for it, or like that. Yeah, it looks like an NES, which I used for play games a little bit, but mostly used as a track screen thing of clips of League of Heels to encourage people to come over to our booth, and then hang out, and then maybe go and see a thing. So like that's the most I did with that. And that's a thing that's in storage. So I have at one point been interested in a Raspberry Pi, but like not like all the many, like I'm not interested in having like data backups for my computer be run on a Raspberry Pi. Like if I had that here, it'd be a Pi hole, and I would use that as Pi hole because that's an interesting tool, which I have. You know, I'm not right now thinking about getting another Pi, but like I would probably have used that for that because right now it's just in a bag in New York, just hanging out in my storage unit, just chilling in the storage unit. So, anyway, like I said, I don't think I look. Is there some jealousy involved? Sure, there is. But like, also, that dude's doing it up, and big props to him for doing it up and making it happen. That's cool. You got to give it up. The one that's all built into a keyboard is neat, but haven't bought one. Oh yeah, I've seen that. Yeah, it's just a keyboard. Yeah, I think that like some of the Pis like do cool stuff, and I'm like interested a little bit in it, but like I don't know. I'm buying a big computer. I don't need a little computer. I got enough little computers. I'm buying a big friend computer, which again, did not imagine I would do, but I'm very glad I'm doing it. I'm very much looking forward to having like a fast, good, fairly beefy. Like, look, it's a 2060, right? This is not going to blow the roof off anything, but I'm going from a 970 to a 2060, and that is a fucking jump. Like, that is going to be going from an i5 to an i7. This is a jump. This is going to be like, there's going to be a performance boost that I am very excited about having. I've never had a top of the line, but like I've never had a 1080. Like, so like this is going to be good, and I'm excited about it. I think it's going to be pretty nifty to have that. Putting some paws on this thing. Gotta get our paws going. I know. I'm just excited. I think it's going to be nice to have something that will be zippy, and I won't have to worry about stuff. And I got my adapters are getting here before the computer, which is good. But I got my display to DVI adapters so that I can just plug the DVI cables I already have into that and plug that into the DVI ports, because it's two DVI and an HDMI. Two display and an HDMI. There's no DVI outs on that board, so that way I can just plug everything in and just use it as I have it. The HDMI cable I already have, and the DVI cables I already have, because these things don't have like display in DVI or HDMI. All three of my monitors have that. So, and maybe they probably have VGA in, but I'm not looking to hook up anything to VGA if I can avoid it. I would love not to ever use VGA for anything again. I have a Lightning to VGA adapter for my iPad or my phone. As like an emergency, we have to hook this up to a projector. That's for travel. I have like USB-C to I have USB-C to DVI and USB-C to HDMI adapters. I have the Lightning cables to VGA and Lightning to HDMI. I got a bunch of adapters because you never know. Like my laptop has native HDMI out, but also sometimes you run into problems and you got to get some. Sometimes you're at a place and they only have VGA is an option, because I would tech at random theaters I had never been to before. So my backpack was full of adapters because maybe they only had one RCA or 1/4-inch to 8-inch headphone jack thing. And I needed to have multiple of those because I had to like plug in some stuff, or I had to plug in audio from a laptop and also an old iPhone or something. I've had that before where I needed multiple audio. Instead of having to pull things, I wanted to just plug in. Like I have so many adapters, most of them in New York. Some of them came here because they're nice to have. A lot of the stuff that, like, because I didn't necessarily know if I was going to go to a PAX while I lived here, but I figured I might end up at one. And I'm glad I did, because I did go to a PAX, and I did bring, like, all my adapters for my laptop. And also, like, I have a little USB clicker thing. It's just a little thing you hold that advances slides in, like, PowerPoint. And that thing is rad. So I have that in case I needed that, which I did need. I mean, I could have used my laptop, but it's nice to have that. But yeah, I have so many adapters. That has always been my big thing, is just have a bunch of stuff and always have it ready. I got a lot of it from work, and then I have some stuff that I've just bought from over the years and, you know, just used. One thing I don't have is a Lightning to a core or 8-inch adapter, so that you can, like, use regular headphones with an iPhone, and especially one that has, like, a split. I don't have that, and that would be good. My Lightning to HDMI does have a spot to then plug in another Lightning cable to charge while you are also sending out HDMI, and that's very nice that it does both those things. But also my iPad Mini, my iPad Mini comes in very handy because it has a, because it's old, because it's a second-gen iPad Mini. So I think it was the new, I think they called it. So it has a headphone jack still, which is very handy. That is coming handy a lot. Hey, let's put a belly on this bear. Putting a belly on the bear. There's the belly on our bear. Look at that. Cute, cute, cute. Now we're gonna get some. Now we're gonna attach the parts that we need to put arms on this thing. I guess that's next. You could always do Lightning to 1/4, since those are more common, and do a 1/4 to 1/8. Yes, they do. They do have that, and you're not wrong. I could do that. But I have seen them. I've used that adapter, and I would like to have another one of those at some point, because it would be just good to have. One of the few adapters I don't have. If I'm going into a place and I need to plug in my phone into a mixer, I would need the adapter to do that. Or plug it into a computer and then run the music through the computer, which I don't like to do, because then I have to use iTunes. And I would always prefer not to use iTunes. Also, because a lot of my music is on YouTube Music right now. I have playlists and stuff on there. So I guess it would be just easier to log into a laptop computer and do it through that than do it through my phone. But sometimes do it through the phone. It's just fucking easy. All right, working on the arms. We got to get our arms in here. Need 2 of these. 2 of these. And then 2 of these. These are our paws. 1 by 2. Or sorry, 2 by 2. But yeah, I got so many adapters, and it's nice because sometimes people will be like, "Oh, well, we could do this, but we would need this thing," and I'd be like, "I got it. Hold on." I always said that. That's why I would brought all those adapters. I'd be like, there was a time, this was years and years ago, obviously, where Drew Scanlon was like, "Oh, I just wish I had another Zoom," and I was like, "I have a Zoom. Do you want to borrow it?" And he was like, "Oh yeah," and they just like put it so you could pick up speaker audio, because whatever room they were in, they couldn't get audio out of the board. So he used my my H4n Zoom to just record audio. And I was like, yeah, of course I have one. I didn't even I had panels at that point, but like my panels were being streamed, so I was just taking the stream video and audio at that point. So I was like, yeah, whatever. I don't need this right now. It's like, of course I trust Drew Scanlon. But it was always just like, yeah, all right. Take it, use it. I always had gear. I always had adapters and various things, because I'm a tech professional. I haven't teched a comedy show since March of 2020. I haven't been in a tech booth and teched a comedy show since then, which is just holy shit. Yeah, what the fuck? but I still know I'm still a comedy tech person. I've done like some panels, and I've done some comedy stuff here and there. But yeah, it is weird to think about that I have not been in a tech booth. That when describing myself to some people the other day for a thing, um, I did say that I am a streamer instead of saying I'm a comedian and a streamer. I didn't say the comedy part. I still am a comedian. I just haven't done any comedy, but I've been doing streams. So it felt more honest to just say that. That I'm like, yeah, I'm a streamer. I used to do a lot of comedy stuff in New York before, you know. I just said it that way, which you know doesn't. It's not untrue. It just feels a little weird to say that. I don't know. I don't want to get like sappy. We're gonna finish this hand, and then we're going to um, we'll take a pause to the cause in a moment or two, talk ways you can support the channel, all that. Then we'll get back into building and try to finish up this bear. We got to build a heart. Our bear's got a heart in their hand. That's cute. That's very cute. And put that there. And then we'll put that there. Oh, oh. Our bear's got a heart just hanging out, ready to offer you a heart that doesn't want to stay on that easily. I want to offer you a heart. There you go. Got a heart for you. There we go. Arms move a little bit, which is nice. That's fun. They do that. Heck yeah. Very cute. All right, we're going to move on to the head. But first, hi. I'm going to talk about ways you can support the channel for a couple minutes. Reminds me I need to loon into B&H for some stuff. Yes, Lashbrook, get your B&H gear. Hey, this is the part of the show where I talk about ways you can support the channel. None of the stuff, oh, you meant look. None of this stuff is anything that you need to do, but if you'd like to do these things, I would love it. It'd be great. First and foremost, if you're currently a subscriber, you can throw the Bear Cave, Lego, the Scythe emote in the chat. If you are a tier 2 subscriber, you do get the Scythe emote. Everyone else gets the Bear Cave and the Lego Me emote. Throw those emotes in. Let's see all those emotes. Being a subscriber is the easiest way to support what I do. You could be like Levatronica, and use your Prime Gaming token. You could also use Cash Money. We love to see Cash Money around here. We're currently at 44 out of 50 subscribers. Would love to see more. Would love to get up there. If you want to gift a sub, you want to join the gift sub leaderboard, like Aristofan. Aristofan is in the gift sub leaderboard there with 5 gift subs. Also, bits and coins always appreciated. Do we have any bits in February? No. You could cheer, and you would be the top of the cheer leaderboard because we don't have any of them right now. Again, all the stuff I'm talking about here is stuff you could do. You don't have to do any of this, but if you wanted to, it would be neat. Other ways that you could support what I do around here financially is to join my Patreon at patreon.com/PatBaer. There's a $1, a $3, a $5, and a $10 tier. If you're watching this later on YouTube, what's up YouTube? You can find all this in the show description. If you're watching this live in the chat, you can find this here in the chat. Links to everything that I'm mentioning here. Patreon, would love to see your support there. Again, these are optional things, but would be cool. Let's see, we got that. We got that. What else do I want to say? What else? What else? What else? What else? I have a YouTube channel. I mentioned that. YouTube.com/PatBaer. Subscribing over on my YouTube is free, but you could join. You can become a member. And then, hey, I got a new video coming out on Wednesday. You'd watch that tomorrow. You get a message, and you get to see that a day early, which is the least I could do. It looks like Nightbot is being a little delayed there, but they're still coming in, so that's good. And then, hey, maybe you don't want to do a monthly. Maybe you don't want to do the $5 or various at Patreon, or you don't want to do the $2 at YouTube. Well, you could just do a one-off donation through direct links through Coffee or PayPal. Just be like, hey, here's $10. Thanks, Pat. It's a tip. You could just tip me. That would be fun. And everything that comes in through direct donations, through YouTube, through Twitch, through Patreon, goes into a fund. I take money out of that. I buy model kits and Lego. This kit, the bear that I'm building literally right now. This bear, I purchased this with money from that fund. So thank you, because you made this stream possible. And then also the Helios Gundam, which I will be building next, was purchased from money from this. So thank you very much to everybody that puts money forth in, however you do, one time or monthly, or never. If you never, okay. Now I've mentioned these are, you know, what I'm building next. The thing I'm building next is the Helios. But after that, well, you could have a say in that. You could go over to my Amazon wish list and buy a model kit or a Lego set, and then I would build that. It would jump the queue because I got other model kits to build, but I would do the thing you selected. I got Lego sets, I got inexpensive kits, expensive kits, pre-ordered things, weird things that I've never seen before, very expensive kits that I don't expect you to buy, but I don't know, sometimes they're big spenders, and some tools, some stuff that would make the stream better, or in the case of the on-air button, sillier, because it doesn't, there's no reason for me to have an on-air button, but I would get one, a big on-air sign, I should say, not button. But yeah, I got some equipment in there, like a no glare light that would be nice to have in here so that I'm not being lit so much by the 3 monitors that I own. But yeah, a bunch of stuff in there that you could pick up if you're so inclined. Again, don't feel like you have to, but if you'd like to, and I'll shoot a YouTube video about the things that you purchased, because that's the least I can do. An alternative to that is also, because Amazon, I understand, you go to USA Gundam Store. If you go to USA Gundam Store, you can buy a gift card there, and then you send me a DM on Twitter or a whisper here on Twitch with that code that you'll get in your email of that, and then you just be like, hey, here you go, and then I will take it, and I will use it to buy a model kit and then build a model kit. If you want to support me on Discord, that's free. I got a little Discord community. You can join that. I post build photos at the end of every stream. I post stuff I'm working on, video stuff. People post stuff they're doing, promote themselves a little bit, chat about some stuff. We got a few people in there who don't come by streams that often, but like to jump in to the Discord. It's nice. A couple videos for you to check out. I have a new video for Pat Baer's Anime Club. I recorded it on Wednesday live on stream. It is me talking about the Anime Awards results. So come in for me to be mad about, kind of salty about some of the winners, and also stay for me talking about the dubs in other languages that were nominated for like best voice performance in like Spanish and French and German and Russian, and how like some countries are getting like pretty old anime dubs, and that's kind of fun. Or just be like, Luffy, hey, two different Luffys won. Nice. You know, just, I don't know. It was fun. And then Do You Remembaer? I have a new Do You Remembaer coming out on Wednesday where I research something very quickly on Wikipedia and then regurgitate everything I can about that. And this one's on a particular city called Humpty Doo. It's a village, I guess. Humpty Doo, Australia. It's a real place. And when I saw the name Humpty Doo, I was like, I'm going to talk about Humpty Doo. And I do. So you can learn a little bit about Humpty Doo and then hear me say in that video several times, Humpty Doo. So if you missed it, because that one didn't do the numbers that some of the other ones have done. So maybe check that out. We're going to talk about some a manhwa, and then we'll talk about an anime. And we'll also... I'm going to drink some water, and then we'll get back to building. So let me pop that in there, and then hit the drama button. Dramatic transition. Here we go. All right. Had a little water. Let's build the head on this Lego. It's Lego time. Working on a Lego head here. While I talk to you about unlimited level ups in Murim. This is a manhwa. It is a South Korean comic. It takes the hallowed things of the different clans and the unions and all this stuff that I know a little bit about. Mostly I know about it because I have done, I've read a lot of manhwa. It is a story of just a soldier. You know, he did pretty good. He studied in the Murim League, but he never really rose above it. And he was just a grunt. He was like a no, you know, like he understood some techniques. But he hadn't been gifted early in his life. He came to that knowledge later. So he watched this battle where the just people at the top cowardly ran away, and he was left with his friends to die. And as he died, he cursed his situation. And then he woke up as a youth in his past. And it's a reincarnation story. It's not an isekai, but it is a reincarnation story about a second chance. So he isn't born again with like incredible powers or anything special like that. He just has the knowledge, so he can learn techniques he learn later in life. He can. He also like knows where things are. And I should say, when I say that he doesn't have any special powers, he does have special powers eventually, because he has traveled back in time, but also he has the ability to play this like a video game. Like he has like a status bar, and he has like level ups, and he has like bonuses. Like if he uses a spear, he gets like, he often fights with a sword and an axe because he gets like agility and strength buffs. And he also like can kind of get a vague sense of, oh, eventually he does like quests, like little quests, and he can learn like he can like read anything, or he can like read people and understand them. And he has his memories. So like he's set up. People that he barely knew are now like his trusted friends. Someone that like would turn on him later. Through him being a good person and a strong, hard worker, they're now like a crew. Somebody that later in life who would already kind of been beaten down and was like wasn't their full potential, but inspired him. He's able to like say like, "Sir, you're going to be the leader someday, so you should quit drinking, please." And like he's strong enough that this guy who is like, I guess I probably should quit drinking because, yeah, I do have responsibilities. And I guess he's right. Things aren't going to be as easy as they have been like in the past. Like, yeah, all right. And it's like so he's changed it. He even realizes, he's like, oh, things are getting weird because I've been taking people's spots and doing things, and I've made enemies that I hadn't made before. Things are going to be different now, and I can't necessarily predict everything. And now he's in school, and he's like figuring stuff out because he now knows where he wants to go study. Because he knows this battle is coming. He knows this war is coming, and other people might not believe it at the time because, you know, he didn't know anything about it in his previous life. But now he knows, so he's trying to change the future. And it's cool. I think it is like pretty fucking good. I would say if you like those kind of action things, if you like a little video game, you like a little RPG in your stories, it's got that. It's not like overdone. I guess I would say. It seems to handle it pretty well. So I think you might like this one. I like him. I like the main dude. He does fight someone who fucking sucks a lot. And he's in several, but that dude gets his ass kicked a whole lot, and it does rule. It does kick ass. And I don't know, like it's cute in some ways and kind of fun, and it's nice to see like bonds of friendship that are formed. You know, that's always kind of fun to check out. So yeah, I would recommend. Oh wait, did I do this? Oh yeah, I was putting the face on upside down. That's weird. Unlimited level ups in Murim. Yeah, I think it's pretty great. It's also, I believe, called Level Up in Murim in some places. So, but you know, if you search for that, you can find it. I think it's pretty solid. Now I'll talk about the one anime that I watched. In other words, Sketch. I've caught up to all of the. I talked about this last week, and I have now caught up on every episode that's available because it's on YouTube, and you can find it, and you just put the closed captioning on. You can watch it with English subtitles. If you are unfamiliar with this anime, because I've talked about it before, to catch you up, this is the anime that is two girls who are there was a plane crash, and then the plane and everybody else disappeared, so they are alone. And these two girls who are friends that met online, they're like lost on this island, and there's like elements of stuff they like recognize, but they don't recognize everything, and they're just feeling like really weird about it. So they decide the best course of action for that is to pass the time. They should reenact some sketches that they remember from the 90s from a sketch duo. So it is this like little bit of business to get into the sketch, then the sketch itself, and then like a closing thought. And some of it is like sad as hell, and some of it is cute. And again, the sketches are real. They're from a sketch duo that existed in the 90s that was popular. None of their stuff is available online anywhere. So this is the only way to watch it. So I'm kind of like watching for that. And the sketches are funny. Some of them have been like slightly updated, but most of them don't require any like. I had to like Google names a little bit, but that's no different from like if you ever watched like original Who's Line and they'd like make a reference to an actor and you'd be like, or like if you're just like, don't know what EastEnders is, but they keep talking about it, or like what's Coronation Street, and you have to like look up something. It's just kind of the same thing where sometimes there'll be like, I'm going to pause it and go like, okay, that's a baseball player. They're referencing a baseball player that did this. Got it. Now I understand. So sometimes I have to do a little context clues to figure it out. But for the most part, it's very like enjoyable, and it is a way to like kind of talk about this sketch group. And again, if you missed out on my explanation of this thing, also a thing you need to know about this particular show is that it's the two characters look like VTubers. There's like limited animation, and the backgrounds are real video or photographs, and then there'll be like like a weirdly animated desk if they're doing like a sketch that requires one of them is sitting at a desk, and they wouldn't have a desk in the environment they're in. The voice actresses are doing a lot of work because they are selling comedy stuff. They're playing characters. They're doing this material that was written, in the 90s, and also the budget must be very low because the animation is very hinted. As I said, it looks like VTubers technology, like wireframes. It's weird. It's a very weird show. I think it's great. I don't know if anyone should watch anything of it beyond maybe the first episode because I don't know if it's good, but it's fascinating that it exists, and I love that it exists. So in other words, sketch is fucking bonkers, and maybe you should check it out. Find it on YouTube. It's all there legally. You can watch it there. Internet, legal, I should say. Make sure I'm making sure that people know that I'm saying that is a legal thing you can do, if you wanted to. But yeah, that's another word sketch, and we are almost done with our Baer here. Our Baer is almost done. Let's put a head of a bear on here. Put our head on. Yeah, there we go. And that's our Baer. Oh, their ear popping off there. And then we can put our Baer on our stand here. Oops. Come on, Baer. Oh, I should go like this. I'm like, Baer's Baer. Indeed, Lord Crashington. We built a Baer. We built a Baer on Build with Baer. And there it is. There's our Baer. There's our cute friend right there. We built a Baer, everybody. We did it. That's the last thing I gotta do on here, right? Double check, but that should be number 6. Yeah, then it's just ads for other kits that you can purchase. Because they're like, hey, do you want to buy this Easter thing? Because you bought a Valentine's Lego. Do you want to buy this big bunny that has like apparently the same style base, just with different colors? It's basically the same thing, only it's the Easter Bunny, because you could do that. Oops. These hearts do not want to stay on. Holy shit. These things do. None of these hearts want to stay. I mean, you're not supposed to be manhandling it like I am, but still. They don't want you grabbing it like I'm grabbing it, but come on. All right. I am going to take a photo of this, and we got a bunch of extra Lego, because of course we do. Nice Baer, right? Those bases. Yes, Aristfan. This base we did see that it does say "I love you." I heart letter U inside of it, which is fun. So we did capture that, and I took a photo of it. I wonder if you can see photo in my camera roll. Yeah. Yeah. That's that's inside the base. Is that right there? With the ring light there. Yeah. So you can see that that's inside, which is very cute. That's cute that that's there. Also, there's my dinner. Barbecue chicken, barbecue grilled chicken, peas, and tater tots. I got a lot of fucking tater tots to eat. I'm doing mashed potatoes yet tomorrow, but pork, mashed potatoes, and with gravy, because I got some pork gravy left that I want to eat up. Ooh, that's gonna be good tomorrow. Also, tomorrow I'm eating Arby's for lunch because I'm going to the post office, which is across the street from an Arby's. So I'm going to go to Arby's for lunch and go to the post office. I got to mail stuff. Anyway, I got to take a photo of the. I got to take a photo of this Baer here before we move on to the next thing. I don't know why I took that away. There, whatever. I'm going to take a photo of this Baer. This lovely Valentine's Baer. Yeah. Hooray. We didn't even use our brick separator a single time, which is great. Means that everything worked out. All right, we got plenty of time left, so we're gonna do switch gears and move on to the Helios because it is 22 after, so we can get started on that. We'll get some of that ready to go here. Let me just go in and delete the Baer here. Boom, Helios Gundam. Working on it next. Actually, let's do this real quick. Want to say, let me check this here. Sorry, it's gonna apply. Finished the Baer. Oops, I spelled Baer like I spelled my last name. Wrong. Starting the Helios Gundam. As we're moving on to the Helios Gundam. Get by there. Yeah, we got the Helios. We'll figure out the colors we want to use for that. I have that figured out. I'll pop that open. Boom, go back here. Yeah, so our blue, we got our blue. We'll be using black for that because that's going to be good for that. We have our white, which we'll be using the gray markers for. We've got a little bit of red and some yellow. Yellow we're using black for that as well, and the red we're using brown. And then we do have a lot of cool clear effect parts on here, so which is great. And it looks like the customizable part of this, they want us to use the Helios Gundam with the Live Lance and just the Helios, which does look pretty fucking cool. But yeah, this kit has like, it's part Artemis, part Ares Gundam, but it has like a lot of weapon stuff from things. It's got the X like double blasters, which I love. And it's got some like perfect Gundam parts. This kit is from some of these parts are from 2021 because they are new parts, but then some parts are from some parts here are from 2015, and some parts are from 2019. 2019, that's pretty close to now. You can tell it's from two different kits because there are two different C's. There's C, this is C, and then there's C1 and C2. So obviously from different years and different kits. So this is a pretty odd mismatch of components. And like I said, some new parts as well. Also mostly in coloring, probably. Also, I don't know if this was a mistake, but I have two identical stickers from this kit. And I have to assume this was an error, and I just got it, and then somebody out there didn't get stickers. Ooh, why am I still off? There we go. That's better. I don't know why I got falling. I don't know why I got duplicate stickers, but I did. I have to imagine this was a mistake, and that's great because it means if I fuck up a sticker, I have a backup. I have to imagine that's what it was. And I hope that doesn't mean that somebody out there didn't get stickers. Because that would be a shame. Oh, yeah, we'll just do... Sorry, we'll just do real quick. Oops. Oh, that's not what I want to do. There we go. Oops. Unplug. Oops. Why is my shift doing weird stuff? There we go. I'm getting some e-waste peripherals, a mouse and a keyboard with this with my new computer, and I'm or it's not, and you're in for a hell of a time, says Lashbrook. Yeah. What if it isn't a mistake that I got two, and for some reason they needed to just do duplicates of these? Yeah, I hope not. God, I hope not, Lashbrook. But yeah, I'm getting a new keyboard and a mouse. I have to imagine they're both going to be garbage, but my keyboard is garbage. This was like a $10 keyboard that I purchased, and I hate it. So if my new keyboard is anything better than that, that's great. I do like having the wireless mouse. So my mouse is wireless, and it's also cheap, but I do like it. So I am hopeful, fingers crossed, that the new keyboard I'm getting is good. And then I can have this terrible keyboard as a backup. Because I don't have one of those. So a backup keyboard would be nice. It's just a junky keyboard that I bought. Like, I had a couple dollars left on a gift card. I just bought a keyboard, and then I never bought a new backup. So I would love for that to be my emergency keyboard that I throw away before I move. That would be rad. Anyway, let's get a chess piece that we're only going to see we're going to see very little of this, which I generally hate in a high grade when they do like the layer like this. Like, there's so little of this chest that you see in this yellow. Like, it is a waste. We'll see some of it, but like very little of it. I don't love that. But whatever. While we're here, we're gonna do these because it'll be. Now's a great time to talk to y'all about anything you've been watching, checking out. I talked to you about that the Pie channel. I'm watching a lot of that. I'm watching this Canadian dude that has like a lot of forest property, but the property he bought, the people that planted trees didn't like take care of the forest, so a lot of the trees are standing dead, and he uses that dead wood to build cabins and stuff. And I'm watching him. He's fine. Modern Self-Reliance, I think he's called. I don't know if I would like the dude if we hung out, but you know, his builds are pretty fun. But yeah, let me know if you're watching anything, playing anything. I'm not playing any new games. I played Halo on Sunday. So yesterday I played some Halo. We did get a full crew together, so we got to do some big team battles, and that was very fun and cool. I'm still god-awful at it, but I'm getting better at vehicles. I'm getting pretty good at the Mongoose, driving around a Mongoose. Get a friend to hop on the back and go for it. Yeah, I'm getting better at that. So that's been fun. And once in a while, somebody's just like, "Hey, pick up the sniper rifle," and I'm just like, "You pick up the sniper rifle, because I'm bad at that shit. So don't ask me to do it." A2. Ooh, our first clear part. Nice, our clear green. I watched most of Boba Fett over the weekend. Just have the last episode to go. It's been fun. Well, I hope you look forward to a very weird song. There's a song, I'm not going to say any more, as a fan. There's a very weird song choice that someone may have spoiled for you, but it's unbelievably silly. Such a strange choice. I think I tweeted about it. Uh, it's a song that you would expect to hear in a Robot Chicken paired Star Wars thing. This is like what is happening right now. But yeah, I am behind. I didn't finish season 2 of Mandalorian, so I have not seen any of Book of Boba Fett. I guess I will at some point. I probably will at some point. I guess, I guess. All right, let's get this together. See, it's all this yellow, and we're just going to see those spots there. Weird. But yeah, if anybody else is doing anything, checking anything out, like I said, I do want to check out that model kit, the model builder game. I also want to check out that, like, owning a card shop game, because that sounds like it could be fun. The big game on the horizon for me is, I want to play Tunic so bad. I can't wait for Tunic. That's coming soon. Can't wait to play Tunic. Very much looking forward to Tunic. That's the game that I'm just like, yeah, buddy, come to me. Run around with that fox and have my Zelda leg. That one is the one that I'm hotly anticipating. Oh, did they do a date? I'm gonna look up if they were posting some photos and stuff. I wonder if Shoulders of Giants has they put a date out? Shoulders of Giants has not put a date out yet. It's a roguelike where you're a frog, like a space pilot frog, and you hang out with a giant robot, and you're exploring a thing. At the Dodo Peak people. Shoulders of Giants looks really cool. They call it an approachable action roguelike, and it looks neat, but they have not put a date out yet. And I would like them to, because it looks fucking cool as hell. Tunic's in March. Yes, Lord Crashington, but we're in February, so it's coming. That's just right around the corner, because it's fucking February, my dudes. It's the middle of fucking February. I had to go and update for tomorrow. I had to get ready my, second half of the month, PowerPoint image thing of, schedule and, figure out what I was going to do next Friday, because I hadn't figured, or next Wednesday. Hadn't decided what I was going to do for that last Wednesday of the month stream. So I had to, decide last night. I'm doing a karaoke stream. Not this Wednesday. This Wednesday we're doing paparazzi, but the following Wednesday, I'm going to be singing, because I haven't done that in a while and I miss it. And I was singing along to Breezy Slide, the new Brian David Gilbert jam, which is it is such a fucking jam that I was singing along to that and having a real good time with that particular fun one, that I was like, I want to sing. I want to do another karaoke stream. So, gonna do another karaoke stream. But yeah, February's a short month. Tunic's right around the corner. Look, I don't play Dark Souls-ish games, so Elden Ring doesn't mean anything to me, other than I know my friends have been hotly anticipating it, and I'm happy for my friends, because I like my friends. That's basically the extent of my fandom when it comes to Elden Ring. Oh, cool. Happy for you. Hope it's great. That is basically the extent of that. I don't have a PlayStation 5, so I'm not playing Horizon Second Dawn, or whatever it's called. Well, no, it'd be One Dawn, right? Because it was Zero Dawn. So then the sequel would be One Dawn. So yeah, I'm not, I have no interest in One Dawn. Forbidden West. Yes, Lord Crashes In. It's Forbidden West, but it should be called One Dawn because it was Dawn, because it was Zero Dawn, and the sequel should be One Dawn. Obviously. Whatever. Forbidden West is fine. Also, Forbidden West is not a great subtitle, but whatever. Sure. Have fun. Rewatch the first two Ava rebuilds. The second one as part of a watch party thing. Ooh, nice, Lashbrook. That's fun. That is a fun time. I was on a Discord hangout, like with some people, and I got warned by someone's like, Pat, don't say your Evangelion opinion. Please don't, because somebody who's coming in later loves Evangelion and will get legit mad about your stupid Evangelion opinion. And I was like, I'm going to say it if it comes up. It's like, if no one brings up Evangelion, I won't bring it up. But if someone brings up Evangelion, I'm going to say it. And they were like, oh, please don't. It's going to be a whole thing. And I was like, whatever. I will, like I said, I don't just like say my Evangelion thought, but if anyone brings up Evangelion, I'm going to say, oh yeah, Evangelion? Yeah, it's fine. All right. You know what's really good? Dual, Parallel Trouble. Like, now that's a cool show about mechs and dealing with like teen trauma. Hell yeah. And that's an isekai too. So it's even better. Which is my true silly statement that is nonsense, but I do genuinely believe. And then if a follow-up given, I go, what would happen if the guy that made Tenchi Muyo made his Evangelion? Oh, that's right, it did happen, and it's Dual Parallel Trouble. And I did say it because that person did say, talking about Evangelion and how Evangelion was robbed at the Anime Awards, to which I said, oh, yeah, Eva's all right. And, but I'm real into Dual Parallel Trouble, and they were unhappy with me. They didn't know what Dual was, and that's fine. Look, Dual probably doesn't hold up, and maybe I don't. Hey, whoa, this fucking piece just broke. Holy shit. Holy shit, this piece just broke on me, friends. See this piece right here? There's a duplicate of it. There's part of it right there. There's the other part of it right there. So I'm going to have to put these parts in either side, and hopefully they will be okay. I do have some liquid cement. Always be extra careful with clear parts. I occasionally forget that and think that clear parts are just going to be cool and chill. And sometimes clear parts are not cool and chill. All right, so I'm going to put one of these parts in, then I'm going to put some liquid cement on it, and then I'm going to put the other part in, and I'm going to hope that because I'm not going to try to connect them and then put it in. I'm just going to try to put them in it one at a time and see if I can do it like that. Yeah, like this. And then just kind of hope and pray. Get this ready here. I do have my Rust-Oleum product, the liquid cement for putting together your car kits or whatever. But it's also good for emergency situations like this one. It'll be fine. Like, this is like a perfect thing to go wrong if anything was going to go wrong. This going wrong is totally all right because it shouldn't even be super noticeable. Although I now have to get this part in without it sticking to anything. Clear parts are a little more brittle. Totally, Lashbrook. Yeah. And this is a good reminder of that. It's been a while since I worked on clear parts, like so many clear parts on a high grade. Now, this part does not want to go in right now. So I'm going to have to reapply this liquid cement. And then here's what I'm actually going to do is I'm also going to chip away like the slightest bit here. That'll be good. Also got to be a little more careful with metallic parts. Yes, like your chromed pieces especially in a kit like not like this particularly, but like a glue kit, like a car. You got to be careful with those metallic pieces, those chromed pieces, because those can be actually pretty brittle. All right, so great. Okay, so this shouldn't be super noticeable because you're going to be looking at it from the front of the kit anyway. It should be fine. It should hold. I don't have to. I'm not going to have to take this part off, so that's okay. And these should adhere together fine. It doesn't look bad. It could have been worse. Also, the thing that would have been worse is if one of those pieces had flown off and then I couldn't find it, which has happened before and is rough. It's easier here because I don't have the carpet to deal with. But yeah, that can be real bad. All right, we're going to panel line this. We got the time here. We got Marissa Van saying, I've been playing Hearthstone. My current deck is Yogg Saron. Ooh, you're playing a Yogg deck. Okay. Oh, it runs it. Bad Gunpla just raided with a party of 26. Hey, what's up, everybody? That sounds very fun, Aristophan, playing that. Hello and welcome to the Bad Gunpla Squad. My name is Pat Baer. I build model kits and Lego sets. Tonight I built a Lego set. Most of tonight's stream was building this Valentine's themed Lego set. I put it to the overhead camera and it wasn't there. Here it is. I built a bear on Build with Baer. It's a little Valentine's Lego that I put together. It's very cute and fun. Hey, we got a new follower. Thank you very much. Yeah. Alliteration. Let's go. Indeed. Well, of course, Build with Baer is a play on Build-A-Bear, so it was kind of fun to do the Valentine's Bear Lego set. And then we're working on the Helios Gundam. So we'll go back to the overhead, but in a second. But hey, I'm Pat Baer. I build model kits and Lego sets. Thank you for coming in on this raid. I appreciate it. I do panel lining. I work on high grades, master grades, real grades. I've done perfect grades on stream. I've done 2 of them. Less likely that I'll be doing the ones I haven't done. Red Muffler Man is following. Thank you for that. Appreciate that. We got a chill, nice community of people here where we talk about the kits we're working on. We talk about anime and manga and video games and news of the day. The big thing to know is that we are our motto here is entertainment, but not escapism. So if they're real world events and we want to talk about them, we can. We might talk in generalities. We might not get into too much like heated debates in chat. We want to try to keep things civil if we can. But like, we're not going to pretend that things aren't happening around us, right? It's not escapism. We are not going to be the people that say, cool robot, and the war is bad fly over our head. We are not that meme. We acknowledge the fact that Gundam is fucking messy. God damn it. And we can even get into the fact that, and when we're talking about Gundam, how, yeah, maybe sometimes even the Gundam series themselves, while they're trying to be anti-war, seem pretty fucking pro-war sometimes. And how even, depending on who's behind the helm and what's going on. And at the end of the day, all of these stories are to sell action figures and model kits to teens in Japan. And then video games to the rest of the world, apparently. We can acknowledge all of that stuff, and it's all right. God. Gray areas in my model hobby? Indeed. Jesus. Anti-war, but pro-capitalism. Yes. And we can acknowledge that and understand it. Like, fucking hell. The most, like, everything's cool. We're doing a shonen here, anime, for Gunpla's following, thank you. Like, when people talk about G Gundam, it's like, oh yeah, G Gundam, the one where it's just like a fighting tournament anime. The one where everybody left the world and then they have a fighting tournament on what's left of Earth, making it worse. And then also the main character has to defeat the concept of evil. Evil incarnate, evil technology that has taken over a human soul. Like, and then also it's a personal story about like vengeance and finding out that your dad isn't, that your family isn't like responsible for something horrible that you thought they were. And it turns out to just be your best friend's dad that is the evil person. Spoiler alerts for G Gundam. Gotta bounce. My legs are killing me. Have a good stream, I do. Thank you. Thanks for being here, Jason. Appreciate that. My folks in Bear Cave, if you're not already following Bad Gumbo, please do give Jason some support there because he does great work and he's got a great community as well. So this is the Helios Gundam. I'm sure you know all about the Gundam Breaker battle log where they just took the greatest hits of a lot of weird kits, like the Helios, which is got like Gundam X's weapons and like it's kind of the perfect strike, but not really. And then it's like two other kits kind of, it's a kit from 2016 and a kit from 2019 mashed together. And we're going to panel line parts of it here. I do the quick and dirty method of panel lining where I'm just hitting the markers pretty fast and then hitting a polymer eraser over it. We'll do the back because why not? You know, we won't see this, but it's good practice. And it's nice for people that are, if you are ever worried about getting into markers, just pick up like a double pack of a gray and a black, or just get a black marker. Just get one black marker at your hobby shop or on Amazon or whatever, or add it to your next purchase on you know, USA Gundam Store or Gundam Planet or whatever. Because it's really simple, and I wish I had done this way sooner. Because you can't really... Here's how you fuck it up. Here's legitimately how you fuck it up. Use the color you didn't want to use. Like, if I had put black on this, that's me fucking up because I want to use gray on my white pieces. Like, that's the fuck up. Because then you're just using the eraser or a tissue or a Q-tip or whatever you want to use to clean it up, and then it's just like, there we go. We get a little bit of lines. It gives it, you know, gives a little bit of life to it. It pops a little bit. It's very easy, and I think genuinely like looks rad when it's done. But yeah, I just do the quick and dirty method. I don't use the fillers. I do want to get a filler marker because that looks rad. I want to mess around with one of those. I should add that to my wish list and try one of those out. But I saw some people using those the other day, and that looked great. But yeah, Jason is a lot slower and more methodical with his kits, but also Jason's been building some real bullshit, huh? Like, I don't want to talk shit about the guy that left because he knows I'm not talking shit. Jason has been purchasing and then completing some real weird looking, bad, not fun to build model kits. It seems like weird lady robot kits that don't seem like pleasant to put together. He's doing a real public service because then I could be like, if anybody ever came in here and was like, you should build one of these robot ladies, I'd be like, you can watch the archives, watch the VODs of Jason, have a bad time with those. No thanks. I was in his stream on Friday hanging out, watching him struggle through a kit. No thanks. I'll stick with my high grades, master grades, real grades. I still have built a few duds over the years, but I'm all right. I'll buy a non-grade from the 90s that is not fun to put together, and that'll be it. Once in a while I get those like very tiny 1/4/4 scale non-graded G Gundam kits. Speaking of G Gundam, those kits are like all sticker and not great. But how else are you gonna build a model kit of the Bolt Gundam? Because I believe that's the only way to build a Bolt Gundam. I don't think they did a 1/4/4 high grade of that. They might have. Those kits are hard. Those 1/4/4s are hard. I mean, everything's hard to get these days, but those, like, I wish I had bought those up when I was still in New York. You know, gone out to Jersey to Gundam Planet, or what was the name of that store that I bought Gundam from? It had anime. It was an anime store. There's an anime store in New York City that was in Midtown that I would go to on occasion. That I would get a lot of old Gundam stuff in at a pretty okay price. It had like anime in the name of it, which doesn't narrow it down. maybe it was Image. Was it Image Anime? I think it was Image Anime was the name of the place. But I would get some kits from them in person. Unfortunately, where I'm at right now here in South Carolina, I got no kits anywhere near me. I got no hobby shops. There's a comic book shop. They don't have anything. There was a uh, there was a place that had cards and they had comics and they did a lot of indie comics, and then they had like a Gundam section and like a Gunpla section and Plamo stuff and some Warhammer stuff, but that all went out apparently, although they still advertise like they do on their website, which is rude because they got one of those websites that like somebody's nephew built, you know, one of them like, hey, I got, you know, I know somebody that could build us a website, and it's just like their store hours. Hey, for Gunpla. I would simply build my own out of resin, but I'm built different. Yes. Yeah, those old kits are hell. They totally are. I don't airbrush kits. No, I don't have the proper setup for that. I so my personal history with Gunpla stuff is I got into Gundam Wing when it was airing on Cartoon Network back in the day, Toonami, I should say, back in the day, and I started getting into model kits, and then I went to college and then moved to New York, and I didn't have room or time for kits or money. I had none of those things, and then I wanted to start streaming because I was doing a lot of cool stuff with video game stuff and going to conventions and wanted to do more stuff online, and I missed building. So I got back into building for that, and then I moved here. So I mostly focus on model kit building and do, you know, sticker application. On occasion here, we'll do some water slides and dry transfers if necessary, although I often avoid those. And then do panel lining. But yeah, I don't do any airbrushing. I wouldn't mind getting back into it because every once in a while I'll get a kit like those polar light kits for the Star Trek stuff where you really do want to airbrush because it just doesn't. Like I did the Defiant, which was the Deep Space Nine ship, and I just panel lined it and it looked cool, but it didn't look right. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's a thing that like I would be interested in doing, although my focus in model kit building is often streams and not like photography or like YouTube. And if I was getting more into that, I think that would be a natural step because I wouldn't want to necessarily airbrush on stream. Not really set up for that, but I could, you know, I don't know. Like I said, I am looking at doing more like filler marker and maybe getting into some other. Um, I don't for this, not for this, no. Uh, oh, hey, great. My tracking number got updated. I gotta check this out. Sorry, for friends that came in on the raid, I got myself I bought myself a computer. Nothing high tech and great. I mean, it's better than the shit I have. But I got it. And I just got a shipping update here. Your order is ready for shipment. Please allow 24 hours to track your package. You may receive 20 multiple tracking numbers. Okay, I knew that apparently UPS has not updated though. I'm looking, folks. UPS has not updated. It is coming from California to South Carolina, which I don't love. We've said this before. I've said this before. Don't love that. That's flying across the country. But yeah, I did do a pre-built. Should I have built my own computer? Yeah, I built my own before. But when I started adding up the cost and also to get the stuff you want at a reasonable price, it becomes a part-time job. And I don't want getting a new computer built a new part-time job. I wanted to get something stable as soon as possible. So I went with a pre-built. I got 2060 in there. It's going to be an i7. You know, it's not top of the line, but it'll be a vast improvement over the like Ryzen 5 and GTX 970 that I got going on here. So I'm improving what I have. And then this computer that I'm currently using will become a very good computer for a relative, and that'll be nice. But yeah, the 970 when it came to me was was used. It would have been used by somebody, you know, in work capacity, uh, and I was happy to get it because it was a vast improvement. But it's showing its age. The My CPU is showing its age. It's just, yeah, it was time. Uh, and also I'm getting good money on my tax return. So I figured, hey, if I'm getting some money on my tax return, why not spend it on a new computer and then write off that computer as a business expense, which it is, on my next taxes? Why not do that? All right, so A9 here. Got another clear part. We're putting stickers on clear, which I don't love. Folks know that. Let's get some stickers on here, and we'll get some of this done before we wrap things up, because we're getting towards the end of the stream. But we will also, just like we got raided, we will also go on a raid. We don't often raid model kit builders, although I'm hoping that my buddy Jordan gets back into building, because he variety streams, and he has on occasion done some fun building. So I hope he does get back into it, because I know he enjoys it. So I hope he does. All right, we got to put the eyes on here, and then of course the I mentioned this before, folks. I got 2 sets of stickers on here. I'm assuming that's an error. I've never seen that error before, but I am assuming that on this Helios from Gundam Breaker Battle Log. I really am assuming that. But we got to put the front camera sticker on, and then we'll put the eye sticker on as well. A tip. Last week says might have happened this summer. Probably isn't. Oh, a trip I thought I might take happened this summer. Probably isn't. I already got my tax return, so it'll be a dangerous combo. Been thinking about that Ava 1 unit head popcorn bucket again. I mean, look, I'm not here to tell people that they should do a silly thing that they've been thinking about doing, but like, I don't know. Get joy where you can get joy. Also, I do apologize for the people that I have encouraged to buy a computer, because they've been hearing me talking about getting a computer. Because I don't need to be enabling people. I don't need that. I mean, I'll do it, but I don't need it. People don't need me telling them to get a new computer just because they don't have one or they want a new one. I only want to enable model kit building, because it's always fun when people are like, yeah, I picked up that model, or oh yeah, I'm getting back into model kits because it's been a while, or yeah, I haven't built a Lego in a long time, but I like your streams, so I bought some Lego. Like, that's the kind of enabling I want to do. And not enabling like, yeah, I bought a pre-built, or all right, well, I joined a bunch of Discords so I can get notified when gear that I want is coming in, so I can upgrade. Can't wait for this computer to come here. They say Thursday, but it's probably going to be Friday. My guess is going to be Friday. Because, again, it does have to travel across country. You know what? Since we got some friends here, we're going to finish the head, because we don't have much left to do with the head. So let's get the head done, because it's only 4 more pieces. This ain't too bad. We'll do that. I'll probably panel line it off stream, and then we'll start on the arms on Thursday. Because the next build stream is going to be Thursday. Our next stream will be Wednesday, though, because Wednesday's video game day, folks. We do Wednesday streams here where I play some video games or some other thing. Last week we were talking about the Anime Awards. This Wednesday, I will be continuing where I left off in Paparazzi. Paparazzi is a photograph video game. It is very chill. You are walking around. You, the player of the game, are a camera with legs and arms, and you walk around taking photos of dogs. You complete tasks, and all the tasks are, hey, take a photo of this dog in this way. Hey, can you get a photo of 2 dogs with a bone, or whatever? Like, and you just go and do that, and you unlock a bunch of stuff and a bunch of different areas, and it is real chill and real good. It's a very fun video game called Paparazzi. And so we're going to go back to that, because we played some of that but we didn't finish the game, so we're going to finish the fight. And when you're done with a section, new tasks come up, which is great. So you can keep playing and petting and doing all that. I remember reading somebody being like, "Oh, it's so weird that you could pet the dogs because this is a game about photography." And I'm like, can you imagine if you made a game where there were all of these dogs in it and you couldn't pet them? Like, you can't, like, what are you talking about? Of course you could pet them. You got to be able to pet them. You can't make a game about dogs and not pet them. You can also pet the dogs in, what is it? An airport built by aliens, currently run by dogs. Is that the name of that game? It's got a real long nonsense title, but that game you could pet the dogs too, because how could you not? It'd be silly to not. All right. Oh, gotta clean this up here. Mess that up there. And then we'll place this on here. So anyway, Lashbrook, I mean, look, if you want to buy that expensive thing, you could buy it. But also, if you don't want to buy that thing and you want to use your tax return for something else, you can also do that too. You got options, my friend. Don't feel like you have to do the thing, but also maybe do the thing. All right, let's try to get this headpiece on here. This is being oddly awkward. And then, of course, we're going to raid at the end of the stream, because that is how we end every stream. We end with a raid. We used to not raid. I don't know why. I don't know why I didn't. I would just say, goodbye. You know what I would do? I'd run an ad at the end. And that's not as fun as going and sharing the love. Hey, why doesn't this piece want to go on? Hey, why doesn't this piece want to go on? Sorry, sometimes I get quiet when I'm like annoyed at a piece of kit. I should put this on this first and then put the whole unit on, so we'll do that. There we go. We got that on. How it should go. Now we'll put this whole thing on the face, and it'll be fine. Riveting. There we go. That was weird. I might put a little bit of blue tack or a dab of liquid cement on there if it falls off, just to keep it on there. Of course, I'll panel line this off stream, as I said, because we're done. We passed 11 p.m. It's past my, no, it's not past my bedtime, but it's past my stream end time. So we are going to raid. That is how we end every stream. Thank you to everybody that stopped by. Thank you to the folks that came in on the raid and stuck around. I appreciate that. We're not as chaotic, playful energy, I think, as Jason's streams, but we have fun here. But we are going to raid, as I said. That is how we end every stream, as we go and find somebody doing something cool out there on the internet that we want to go share some love with. Again, these are cool people that I think you will like doing cool shit. So let's see what they're up to. Who's doing some stuff here? Let's go. Hey, I don't know what Grapple Dog is, but Mary Kish is playing it, and Mary rules. And so we're gonna go find out what the fuck Grapple Dog is. It's a platformer. Okay, I can tell you it is a platformer named Grapple Dog. Speaking of dogs, let's go raid Mary Kish. Mary Kish rules. Her community is fantastic. So we'll go give her a shout out and check out whatever the fuck Grapple Dog is. Thank you all so much for being here. If you didn't already hit the follow button and you came in on the raid, please click that follow button. Find out when I stream next. Come check me out. Lashbrook says you will not be surprised. Yeah, I'm sure. I hope you have a great rest of your evening, and I'll see you on another stream another time. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. Goodbye, 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 goodbye.